Tonight we have word of a local connection to that ill-fated Carnival cruise ship that finally made it to port last night.
After enduring 5 days of overflowing toilets, food shortages, and foul smells, passengers are finally making their way home tonight. The ship docked late last night in Mobile, Alabama, where passengers boarded buses to their departure port of Galveston, Texas, or to New Orleans, where hotel rooms and flights home awaited them.
And as you can imagine, many of those passengers have stories they won't soon forget. News Channel 9's Drew Balea spoke with a man that grew up in Etowah who was on that nightmare cruise.
Etowah native David Green and his wife Katie set off from Galveston, Texas last week for their first ever cruise with some friends. And it was quite the experience, to say the least.
The weekend was just wonderful. All the things that you think of the cruise with the great food and wonderful entertainment.
The Carnival cruise was right on schedule, making a stop in Cozumel. It was early Sunday morning when a fire sparked in an engine room.
One of the stewards came and started knocking on all of our stateroom doors, asking us to evacuate the area.
The ship lost power. The Greens packed up their suitcases and took their mattress to the top deck.
Our crew worked nonstop around the clock to help make the most of a very difficult situation.
There was no air conditioning, long food lines, and a sewage problem.
The sewer kept backing up and there would be 6 inches of it all over the ship.
While sanitation got worse during the day, nervous moments happened at night.
One night, out in the middle of the ocean, even the emergency power went off and we were completely in the dark for a period of time.
Didn't know if the ship was gonna explode, catch back on fire. For a day or so, we didn't see any kind of sign of life, and so that's pretty scary when you're out there on the water.
But the Greens tried to make the most of their memorable Caribbean excursion, living in a tent city on the ship's top deck.
And relaxing, hanging out, reading. They opened the library up.
After 5 days adrift, the more than 4,000 people on board the Triumph spotted land.
Groups cheering throughout the ship, so it was a very exciting time.
And for the Greens, relief set in.
We look very much forward to seeing our kids.
Now, this inconvenient experience hasn't deterred Green. He plans on using his full cruise refund and the $500 voucher to sign up for another cruise in the future. Drew Balea, News Channel 9.
Carnival President and CEO Gary Cahill apologized for the cruise gone wrong. He actually went on board the Triumph this morning to speak directly to passengers.